Hello everyone. Today we are going to read a paragraph about bats and birds. You need to listen carefully because you need to answer some questions later. So let's get started. Bats and birds. Both birds and bats can fly. You might see them on a rooftop. In other ways, bats and birds are very different. Birds have feathers, bats have fur. Birds have beaks, bats have teeth. Bats hang upside down when they rest. Birds never do that. Bats and birds are very easy to tell apart when they are not flying. Now, let's try and do some questions, but today with the help of math. The first question is, what is the opposite of same? I read again. What is the opposite of same? So I need to find the opposite of same. Is different the opposite of same? Yes, you're right. Different is opposite of same. So I will put a tick in front of different. Good job, you have done your first question. Now it's our turn to do the second question. The second question says, how are bats and birds alike? Alike means same. So we need to go to the passage and see what is the same thing that both bats and birds do. Let's go back to the passage. Oh, can you see that? What is same between bats and birds? Yes, you're right. Both bats and birds can fly. So what is the same thing between bats and birds? So the thing that is alike between bats and birds is that both can fly. We'll put a tick in front of C because that is our correct answer. Let's together read question number 3 and find the answer. Which one of these is not a verb? Which one of these words is not a verb? We all already know that verb means action word. So let's see. Hang. It is a verb. Fly. It is a verb. Bats. It's not a verb. So our correct option will be option C. Now let us look at the question number 4. The question number 4 is, what is the plural of tooth? What is the plural of tooth? We all know that plural means men. So now let's look at the passage and find what is the plural of tooth. Both birds and bats can fly. You might see them on a rooftop. In other ways, bats and birds are very different. Birds have feathers, bats have fur. Birds have beaks, bats have teeth. Bats hang upside down when they rest. Can you find a word which is the plural of tooth? Oh yes, you're right. Here's the word. So we all know now that the plural of tooth is teeth. We'll go back to the question and mark the correct answer. So what is the plural of tooth? Yes, it's teeth. So I'll tick the correct option, which is B. Let's read the fifth question together. The fifth question is, what is the past tense of fly? What is the past tense of fly? Let's look at the options. The first option is flied. Second option is also flied. And the third option is flew. If you have read many stories, you would have known that the past tense of fly is flew. So we'll tick the correct option, that is C, for the fifth question. Let's read the last question. The last question is, write true or false. I will write true for the sentences that are correct and false for the sentences that are wrong. So let's read the first sentence. The first sentence is, only birds can fly. Is this a true sentence? Let's look in the passage. Both birds and bats can fly, which means our first sentence is wrong. So I can write false in front of the first sentence. Let's read the second sentence. Birds have beaks. Birds have beaks. Let's look into the passage and find if this sentence is true or false. Let's try to find the word beak in the passage. Can you look for the word beak in this passage? Oh yes, you're right. The word is here. So let's read the sentence. Birds have beaks. Birds have beaks. So now we know that the sentence is true or false. Let's go back to our sheet. So here's the question and the sentence is, birds have beaks. And we all know now that this sentence is true. So today we have learned how to read a passage and answer some of the given questions.